We had heard from Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the eternal General Secretary of the NDC, but who is today chairman and who is the presumptuous presidential candidate for the National Democratic Congress for the next election. Now, Johnson Asiedu Nketia had told us that Madam Mrs. Jean Mensah will be fired or something like that, or that she should be fired from her job. So we've heard that. But now, information just comes in yesterday that a staff of the Electoral Commission has petitioned President Mahama for the removal of Jean Mensah, the chairperson, and Deputy Professor Bosman Asare, formerly of the Department of Political Science, University of Ghana, and the other deputy, that all of them should be removed. We are going to share with you the rumor status behind the story and who is making it and all of that. But just and then who wants the job and who is lobbying for what. We're going to share that with you. We told you in our promo, didn't we? We'll share that with you. But now let's go to Asempa FM. And with the kind permission of Obi Amponsan, the barrister, let's listen to what the petitioner in question told Obi on the Asempa radio. Very interesting interview. And then we'll come back and analyze it. Let's listen to that interview.
The petitioner, Nipa, or the petitioner, president, said, only Electoral Commission chairperson need 2 deputies. Now you over Joseph Blankson. Mr. Blankson, akwabe ikosi saying so ni aponte saying
Boko
Yadanyamia say media report extra mo we staff of the Electoral Commission me pacho no kre
no kre pa.
Oh. Awaye adwuma we yisi ho ache.
Since 2012 January.
Since January 2012.
Yes.
Hey. As what watch pa in the headquarters one as our region and our district be
no headquarters.
Hey, headquarters was the only easy chairperson deputies in na wo
I never headquarters.
And they tough. We tough. Ain't one na such a petition na say the akoma president. Na unyina so ne say anti wo say Omampenyin hwe na onyi chairperson and the deputies here in free ho.
Well, petition there, so petition the content in there you don't disclose it because
sure.
That's a petition.
Sure, that's true.
According to Article
146.
146.
Yes.
Of the 1992 Constitution of the land.
Sure.
Until content there means when disclosed.
Yes.
Yes, but according to public statement I'm releasing here, no. Incompetence, chronism, other things also, and you all can see.
Incompetence, chronism, and Sanyoman, you win so.
But there's into detail to the President Mahama. There is detail, information inside.
Obehu details in
Obehu details, yes.
Hey, but now that your name is out, do you feel safe?
No, I have even not been to the office for almost 2 years now.
Hey.
Yes, because of office. And 2 years, 2 years in the court.
Indeed, are you under suspension and answer you were the answer again?
Interdiction.
Oh, an interdiction.
Yes.
For pending further investigations, Anna.
Yes, not pending. Interdiction, no.
Yes.
They mean that national security. I'm almost going to call national security for 3 days. Now, and you can put on the 3rd day, no. I am Mamina or one who say until the bananka. And the easy so no. The commissioners name members going to see the commissioners is almost name about. And the one of the staff here, my lawyers and I say, Monk national security Namobano or and on the 3rd day number, and I'm behind and I'm made this lawyers in the count. I know more union. And not mammy who I will be there for only God knows. Yes, and after that, you know, I'm going to make a court for 1 year. Now 1 year court, easy lawyer, easy mammy nankata. nobody from East to the night for 1 year. There's no me court every month. I'm call. Me lawyers. And me 1 year now. I'm back court. I'm need evidence behind it in the and I dead 2 Asempa to 3 days. And I'm going to change a crap for 6 months. I said, I'm that's an argument. I invite me back to the office. Now I'm going to 6 months 1 year. And I'm going to miss you almost. Miss you almost no. Miss you almost no. I won't accept a rate, you know, within that month. But after accepting rate, you are supposed to file your defense. When you can say 6 months, you almost file defense.
I would want to believe, sir, what chronicles are you winning as part of our grounds, no, right? And I say they are completely different.
Completely different. One
for way more count. But is it also a case of sour grapes? And by sour grapes, I mean, say, on my year or near my said, you can when in you in the yawn in our the actual petition way.
Debbie,
yeah, I get it. But say, yawn in Tino. What baby bia would the general structural petition is an American?
That be and yao cry.
In this year, still interdiction no and our service still.
Yes.
Now what drew retirement age now we can cry?
Oh, we can do cry. A very young man.
Wow. But young fan says Sanka uko fie kakra and ebi omo resolve issues no and ye ka say anka wasen akọ back to adwuma wo ye wadwuma anka how the petition we be call
anka me be call anka me be call patan
wow enti the other thing would be say now your expectation is say Omampenyi ebe trigger article 146 process no against and clarify remember me chairperson and the 2 deputies and I say 1 deputy
2 deputies
ni nyina
yes
and a chairperson no
aye
those Omampenyi pam omo me ensa nyina
patan
for incompetence any cronyism would mean say omo ye ebusuya asem ne namfo asem on
o de content ne de me person of my boss content ne de o de agency wa na Omampeni ntaka document na ono anya nsem full prayer
and yes everything you've stated in that petition or evidence to back it
eduwa
because I dey on beto omo nsa afre ntina me ibusa yeah ntina me ibusa Mate. Yo, young so ya dancing to be any ebesia ba bedin komobio. Why? Yeah, that's it.
Ghana is getting very interesting, isn't it? So, a staff member is the one who has petitioned. And you heard him. He says that he doesn't have sour grapes, but he didn't even include his matter in the petition. But the point that he enumerated, sorry, viewers, the point that he enumerated, I was hoping that because it's a one-sided story, perhaps all the time pattern will lie for the Electoral Commission itself to respond to that conversation. Because here is a gentleman narrating a one-sided story about what had happened to him. I'm not saying it didn't happen to him or that it did happen to him, but in the spirit of Aldi Otayam Patem, here the other side, it's a cardinal principle of adjudication, where if you are listening to a matter, you always must understand that whatever matter has another side and that you have to hear the other side. Given that the Electoral Commission have not had any say on this matter, in terms of the things the guy said happened, he may be exaggerating. I'm not saying he is. He may not be truthful, etc. I don't know what it is. But I'm just asking viewers that let's not put too much credence on what he said, because it was a one-sided story. We haven't heard the side of the Electoral Commission. But this is him. Now you know who it is. This is him who has sent a petition. We don't know whether he's the only petitioner, but this is the main one that has come to the public knowledge. This is him who has sent a petition for the removal of Madam Jean Mensah from the Electoral Commission. Jean Mensah has conducted 2 successful elections election 2020 and election 2024. Of course, election 2024 was marred by violence at the end of the process, but that goes really to the police more than to the Electoral Commission in terms of pulling out results and in terms of the candidates who fought the election, understanding whatever votes they got and not challenging significantly anything that happened and getting the earliest concession that we have ever gotten. I believe that Jean Mensah has done an excellent job at Electoral Commission, but this is politics, isn't it? And politicians always have connotations about things, and politicians always put people in a political bracket, A and B. And when they put you in a political bracket, they aim to fight you that way. Should the law allow that? Should citizens allow that? Should the Constitution allow that? And then should the interest of fairness be so brutally breached in some of these matters? I don't know. But let's see what the process brings.